And then we want to make sure that you have a really good network by the time you graduate and that you're highly employable by the time you graduate from our program. Hi, I'm Dr. Rosemary Trout, and I'm the Program Director of Culinary Arts and Food Science, and I'm an Associate Professor that teaches food science. So we have two tracks. We have the culinary science side and the food and beverage side. Both have some technical courses, and then the food and beverage side takes more culinary courses, and the culinary science side, those students will take more of our technical courses, things like series of chemistry, you'll have some physics, etc. But it's important to remember that you get in the kitchens, both tracks right away, first term, first year, and you have lots of other options. So you have some pre-electives, you have some other degree requirements in different disciplines. So we like to make sure that while you're getting really good technical knowledge, as well as the culinary arts, you also will have a lot of options for minors and other things that may interest you as well. Culinary Arts and Science at Drexel is very unique in that we are an urban campus. We like to say that Philadelphia, the city, is part of our classroom. We also have opportunities for research, as Drexel is a research university that grants doctoral degrees. There's opportunities there. And then we want to make sure that you have a really good network by the time you graduate and that you're highly employable by the time you graduate from our program. It's really important that you make connections. We bring people in from the industry all the time, and we want to make sure that you have people you can call on, job opportunities, and you learn from people in the industry to support the academic education that you're getting here in our program. Our program is not an accelerated program. We offer one co-op option, which is fantastic, but we do offer a 4-year +1 MBA program so that you graduate in 5 years with an undergraduate in culinary arts and science, a Bachelor of Science, as well as the MBA program. Co-op experiences are fantastic in the culinary arts and science program. You may expect to see co-ops available at, say, Campbell Soup in food product development, Barry Callebaut, which is a high-end cocoa and chocolate processing company. Oftentimes they will hire our students as co-ops, or after they graduate, you can work at a variety of fantastic James Beard nominated restaurants or with restaurateurs. You can also work at the USDA. Perhaps you may be interested in working with the Monell Chemical Census Center, DME. There's lots of smaller scale companies as well as large corporate options for you. Many of our students on culinary science go into food product development, and on the food and beverage side, many of those students work with fantastic chefs here in the city, although you can also do study abroad as well as do a co-op internationally. Study abroad is a fantastic option for our students. Some of our students have studied in Rome at the American University there. Some students have gone to France. We've had students in Japan. We've had students in South America, in Greece. We work with our study abroad office to make sure that you have any opportunity that you're interested in, and we recommend it. It's not required, but study abroad is a fantastic opportunity. I have yet to meet a student who did it who wasn't happy that they did. Our facilities are academic in nature, so we have 3 large scale production kitchens where we do a lot of our product development, our culinary coursework, etc. We also have some of our food science, food microbiology labs in the Papadakis Integrated Science Building, which is state-of-the-art, cutting-edge facility for food microbiology labs. We work with the nutrition department for doing some food analysis. And then last but certainly not least, we consider the city part of our classroom. Some of our alumni go into the field of food product development at, say, Nestle or Campbell Soup or Barry Callebaut. These are all food companies. We have some students who go into quality assurance, some students who go into food safety. There's certainly opportunities in ingredient sales and quite a lot of other things too. Some other students go into various aspects of the food world. So sensory science is another spot. You can go into food product development, food engineering, food packaging. You can go into technical sales. You can go into food media. You can go into food writing. Really, the sky's the limit. The food industry and the food world is getting larger, not smaller, and we all have to eat. So there's plenty of jobs to be had. I love to teach Food Science 120, which is food in the senses, because we get to learn about not just the physiology of the senses, but also how to rate foods and how to do statistical analysis on whether or not foods are likely to last in the marketplace. We do some fun experiments in that class, and we get to talk about everything from, say, olive oil to ice cream. And we do a lot of tastings as well. One of the fun things in culinary arts and science is we get to eat in our labs. Another course that I love is Food Science 154. This is the science of food and cooking, and we talk about food composition to include all of the macronutrients, micronutrients, pigments, and other chemicals and how they interact in food. That's a lab-based course, and it's a great culinary science course, Introduction to Food Components and How They Interact in Food. Those are my two of my favorites, but I like all the classes I teach. You'll be learning from other chefs like Chef Chuck Zaccardi, Chef Rich Pepino, Professor Paul O'Neill, and Dr. John Deutsch. And then we bring in chefs, we bring in food professionals and researchers from places like the USDA to food companies to Monell Chemical Senses Center, sometimes as adjuncts. And then we like to host a lot of events so that you have access to people who are working in all aspects of the food industry.